Okay, before we stand here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the alternator off, but I'm just having a look at it. The clutch slave cylinder is here, pushes on expands when you pull the clutch lever in, pushes on a rod that goes across the engine and pushes the pressure plate off to release the clutch, and then back down again to put it on. That looks like it's been replaced. It looks like it's fairly brand new. Prone to leak. If you've got one of these bikes, ZX10s or anything like that, they're prone to leak because they sit around and they kind of, you know, in the way, and the rubber seal's quite large, so it can actually leak. So I think the paint's come off here only because when it was bled, it was probably left on. Just, you know, probably in the workshop, just had to get stuff out. There's a bit of corrosion you probably can't see, which is around here on this plate, which is, I don't like the paint, so the paint's going to have to be repainted. This has been obviously replaced at some stage, where it had a bad alternator or it was bad diagnosis or something. Someone's replaced this with a Wreckers one. This is classic Wreckers writing. Why leave it there? It makes it look shit. It makes your job look shit. And also the whole thing has been spray painted, probably on the previous bike, with some sort of red as well. So, just, yeah, to me it just looks cheap and nasty. So what, you've got to get a Wreckers part? It's a 30-year-old bike. Get a Wreckers part. But, you know, why leave the writing on it when it just about wipes off with your fingers? Don't forget to mark your gear stick if you know exactly where it is. I haven't ridden this bike enough to know where it should be. So I know that it's got to face down. That's close enough for me at this stage. Yeah, I couldn't be bothered. Cheat a bit. That's cheating. Oh look, they're all different lengths. Oh look. You can put them in pieces of cardboard, you can do what you like with them. To find out what sizes you need, where they should be, you know, go for it. To me, I will just find the size when I put it back there. Now let's have a look at this. It has crud around it, but I think it's just so prone to leaking though. I think it's just because it's been sitting. Doesn't seem to be any inside the seal. The seal's bone dry. The outside's dry. It's just that brake fluid's fairly corrosive, so I would normally, pull it apart, put seals in it, put it back together, maybe even hone it if it needs to be. Or if it's pitted and gone, new one, there's nothing you can do about it. but that has been replaced. That is brand new compared to the other things. There's a little dowel here, a little dowel there. Now, what is also interesting is why I pull these things apart, because I find shit like this. Why? Why is there a second piece of rag inside that's obviously been spat up from the chain cog maybe? Or is it in there to just why? You know, why? I just don't know. I'll get this cover off. It should just come off. Let's have a look in here. It's pretty gooby. But I reckon that's just been spat up in there by the chain. And that drive cog's okay. It looks like the original one too has been off, but I'd say that was when they did the chain. I can see just pretty ugly in there. Not unusual because this is where all your chain oil and everything goes. So that's all right. I'd say that the piece of rag has just been spat up by the chain and pushed in there. You can kind of see the corrosion. I'll get you a better angle. You can kind of see the corrosion on the paintwork there, which makes me straight away, yep, that's going to be sandblasted and put back and painted. Made me get dirty. All those bolts fit in there. Just get it tucked up here, out of the way. Hang on, look in here. There's been no chain spat off, which is always a good thing, because a chain spit off or a broken chain will smash that water pump, bend this thing, probably crack the case, usually crack the case, if not crack into the top case as well, which just destroys the engine. So why leave it? You know, if you want to be able to keep going with these things, why would you not do the keep a nice chain on it? It's a really good design, Yamaha. Push right through the whole engine. I wonder who thought of that first. I reckon the Japanese designers of these all used to go to the same bathhouses together. Same with the alternator on the outside and not on the end of the crank. You know, who was it? Suzuki? Because it's Kawasaki first. Are you sure it's Kawasaki? Not sure. You may know. Yeah. Looks like 3 bolts holding it in. One there, and one under this. I would say that's got to come off. And it has been off before. Because someone has put some 3-bond in it, which is exactly what I would do. Which is going to make it hard to come out, which would have made it seal properly. Seal a lot better than just an O-ring. It's just a coolant pipe transfer from the water pump to the main manifold up there when we're up there, to the main coolant manifold up there. And it's not like it's going to come in. Where's my frying bar? That's what fell down before. I'm feeling that these water pumps going to have to come out first. Just the angles that it is, something's going to have to give first, I think, or it's coming out. They did a nice bag job of putting it in there. It has not moved. More water. Unreal. No, go away. That one goes through, that one doesn't. That one doesn't, that one goes through. Hugger-dugger. Nice and corroded. Just making sure you can see down that far. Yes, two of them. Come on. Yep, that's loose. More coolant will come out. My bike stand has a natural progression to the front, which I have a drain tray, and it leaks everywhere in on the floor except for the drain tray. Encourage it come out of that socket up there. No, here it comes. It just wanted me to do the water pump. Water pump feels alright. Bearing feels okay. Once the drain on, the oil seal is there. I can change that O-ring, or I can just, this O-ring here, I can change that O-ring. It's what I would call like a, there's no pressure on it, there's not a lot of pressure on it. It's just like a scavenger oil that goes up there. But what I would probably do if I didn't have the O-ring is just I'd clean all this, and I will put a 3-bond on it around, because it's not a pressure seal, or it needs to be a pressure seal or anything like that. There's a beer in there. Inside the crankcase, it's pretty clean. Which is exactly what they did with that. Just 3-bond it. That O-ring is out of shape though, so I'll probably get a couple. Not worth having a coolant leak. after all this. Now the other side will be the same, still wants to freaking leak on me. Guess what? The other side was just pushed in. No 3-bond at all. Nothing on it at all. No, why'd you do one end and not the other? Anyway. I can't help it. I can't help people. I really can't. Nice. Now I've got access to the alternator. Oh. 3 bolts, one's got corrosion on it, the other 2 has. Just find out where this loom goes. There'll be a plug. Yep. Unplug it. There's a couple of worms that want to stick down. Wait a sec, that comes out. Give me my prime bar. Some encouragement. That's a little bit of encouragement. Alright, come down a bit of oil. Now, we put some. Okay, again, you can't help people. It looks like they put some clear like drip check or silicone on it or something like that. It obviously didn't leak, so it actually worked, but that O-ring is expanded. You can see that O-ring expanded. Maybe as a result, who knows? It needs not that O-ring. You know, slap it in, put it on. Yep, works. See ya. $300. Thanks. Just not worth it. Oil, no oil in there, so that seal I will leave alone. It spins nice. The main reason I'm doing it is because you can kind of see the colour is terrible. No reason to suspect it isn't working. Just having a look at the bearing up here. It's obviously oil fed. Bearing looks fine. Get rid of that silicone. It's different silicone to the. It's definitely 3-bond that's gone into the coolant hole. This must have been done on a later date or something. Who knows? Yes. Parts to wash. Got a little plug for that hole. Just plug that hole with a old snot rag. At least handy to keep all those things going on. I'm just gonna spray this. With some good old dig. And that can just sit there and soak. Now there is one more item up here. The starter motor that has an O-ring on it as well. I'm just toying with the idea whether I pull that just to replace that O-ring, because I would hate to pull all this back and find out that that O-ring is leaking 3 days after I've completed everything, because that just would not be nice, and it's not hard to do because I'm a sad, sadistic bastard. There's just one power lead on it. I hate to get halfway out and then find out this doesn't come out until you pull the engine out or something, because it is kind of half in there. It's the nut for the main power lead. I'm just going to put that back on. Now I've got the lead off. And there's two 10mm bolts. Probably should have concentrated on that a little bit better rather than dropping it. Until it was on. Go away. It's hard going back on when it was coming on. There we go. See how far it comes out. To be honest, it's been a little bit too fucking easy so far, this. Bound to come across something sooner or later. Doesn't feel like a long bolt. Feels like it's only short. Feels like someone actually thought about it before they put it together. So rare these days. Look at that, that actually is short. Amazing, dry too, so looks like it's never been out. It needs with the zap zap. Short as well. Let's have a look at what mess I've got myself into here. Might come out through the top, to be honest. You hear when you hear it hitting the frame before it comes out. loose enough to be able to come out. It's kind of scary me at the same time. Oh man, there is a slight bit of weld on the inside of this frame here, and it's just slightly above the rest of it. That I did not want to let that go. Oh, but it came out. Again, the O-ring. It's never been changed, so obviously it hasn't leaked either. Not until at least I'd finished it all and then put it back together. But it's well worth putting some clag around that, throwing that back in for 2 bolts. Lubricates the thing. Needs some more deep. Alright, I think that's it for this side. I'll work out what we're going to do next.